And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Rec Center in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. High school hockey is on the air along with Bart Archer. I'm Pete Wagner. Great to have you on board as we have 2 more to go here as we round out what's been a great week of high school hockey here from the Tradition in the Park Holiday Classic. Bart, your thoughts? You got the Red Knights. Could they be up for a letdown at 8-3-0 coming into this one, taking on Lakeville South? They're 5-3-0. Both teams coming off a couple of wins, and you know, fact of the matter is the Red Knights, big one last night.
Yeah, and you know, thinking that they might suffer a bit of a letdown is kind of the natural thought, but I don't think it's going to happen. This is a young team, really didn't come in with their chest puff out, but they did get some confidence in that game last night. I look for that to more carry over than any kind of letdown. But again, I think a quick start is really the thing that Coach Pauly wants from his team. They got the good benefits for it. They played the game the right way. They established a certain tone. I think the challenge is really going to be on Lakeville South to answer the bell right away. I think there's going to be a forward push by Benilde St. Margaret's, and you know, the first 5 minutes is going to be a challenge for the Cougars, but if they can face that challenge, that will bode well for this Lakeville South team.
Carson Limesand was terrific in goal for the Red Knights last night. He's going to have a rest. He's going to give way to the 6'1", 150-pound sophomore as well. That's going to be Jack Olson, who's going to get the nod. Olson's 2-0. Starting for the Lakeville South Cougars in goal will be Cody Tyson. He's a 5'10 sophomore. It's good to see these clubs are going to their depth here over the game 3 of this 3-game set.
Well, that's kind of the nice thing about tournaments is you can work in the 3rd and 4th lines a little bit more regular. Plus, you can give your not primary goalie, but a goalie on your roster some time, and that's what Tyson's going to get tonight. It's going to be his first start of the year. Normally, it's Henry Welsh, 5'3", 1.63, but Cody Tyson's going to be challenged tonight.
Big news today, Edina Hornets suffer their first loss of the season in regulation.
Well,
that to the Chaska Hawks.
And I heard they're up 3-0. 3-0 at one point.
They were up 3-0 at one point, and that was big news there. And later tonight, we're going to have Minnetonka and the Skippers. They'll be playing with their very impressive 10-0 record.
Survived a scare from the Lumberjacks at Kilcayesco Carleton. They got some work to do tonight.
The Lumberjacks as well played very well against the Maple Grove Crimson. Oh, we're doing an anthem.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what, we haven't done the national anthem before any game other than the opener all weekend long, and then wham, we get smoked. I mean, I've got hats flying everywhere, headsets rattling. It was just nuts.
Well, nobody got hurt, so we're in good shape.
Ooh, the Minnesota Wild with a rare lead by a score of 2-1.
Yeah,
enjoy that while you can.
Well, I watched a little bit of it, and they were getting some odd man rushes. I mean, they were doing the things that we've been hoping they've been doing for a long time. So,
do you think that Matt Maka will go on an expletive lease tirade, much like Jim Lights of the Dallas Stars, Bart Archer, on his let's say on Suter and Parisi? Well, you think that's coming?
I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Maybe it should have happened a little while ago.
You saw it happen in Dallas.
No.
Oh, wow. If you did, you would have jumped on that bait.
Okay.
Jim Lights, Google it right now on your phone. You're looking at it. Just go Dallas Stars, Lights, Sagan, Ben. It's something else.
Okay, I'll do that at the period break. We got some work to do here.
It's worth it. Kind of refreshing in a weird way.
Here we go.
We want to get started here, and I've got Jerry Burrow yapping in my ear. Steinhagen there for the Cougars as they'll play this one back into the zone. Up high in the air, that's away from the outstretched defense part. I think this is going to be important for the Red Knights here to not get themselves trapped into a boy, we've arrived moment, because that was a nice signature win against the Wayzata Trojans. It's a very good Lakeville South team. This is state tournament caliber edition. They're going to have to be ready to roll there.
Well, and I think it's all about perspective, and I think Coach Pauly's very good about keeping things in the proper perspective. I think they're just going to be ready to play. This is a situation where they're going to have to earn things. They're not just going to be given to them because they beat a very good team last night. They're going to have to go out and earn this one tonight.
Back off the end boards to the right wing side it goes. Aaron Holes was there as he plays that one ahead. Harvey now back in behind. A couple of players converge off the end boards as they'll try to play it up through the right wing to the Red Knights. At center ice controlled by the Cougars. Very structured. Ludke plays this rink wide. Long pass through center. That one by Jack Walensky, and it's going to get underneath the stick of the defense there of Nate Schweitzer. He had himself a great game last night. Schweitzer across the line. And this one's going to be chipped back into the neutral zone. It's Callahan to take over for the Red Knights. Head to Barr. He'll try to find Bischel. And now it's going to be on the stick of Ludke, who plays out at center. Callahan off the boards. Ludke races up through traffic. Nice job to get away from them as he's going to look to the left corner. Checked on the play. As the Red Knights and Cougars really go with a territorial battle here early on in this one. Barr just offside at the line. We're scoreless here, 15-10 to go in the first period.
Boy, not a lot of room to move out there early in this contest. It did very muddy in both zones, but one thing Benil did so well last night is a nice clean zone exit. Very efficient getting out of the zone and coming through a speed. So far, Lakeville South's done a pretty good job of interrupting that rhythm and really forcing Benil St. Margaret's to kind of struggle a little bit early.
So sticking to their structure for the Cougars will be key, as the Red Knights will like to stretch the ice and get their wheels going. And basically they put the physical, strong presence of the Wayzata Trojans on notice that they had to keep moving in that game. It became an uncomfortable quick pace. Here's one of the reasons why. Messenberg. Nice pass to the left wing side. Marshall gathers it in, shallow angle. They score! Oh, a big goal there off the rebound. That was scored by Jackson Bisson.
Wow, it was a nice play, and that was the driving force last night. Messenberg, 2 goals, 2 assists, picking up. It was just a nice sauce pass to the left wing side, back out. Nice redirect in front, up and over the shoulder of Tyson, but St. Margaret's echoing what they did last night, getting that early lead. Jerry, drive safe, sir.
Jerry Burrow, good to see you as always. Love you, buddy. One of the great hockey fans, Happy New Year to you. Be safe. Please get back. He drives that all the time, that run up the highway. It's unbelievable.
A million times is what he said, and I wouldn't be, he might overshot it a little bit, but not by much. Oh, Sarsland that got that tally, Pete. The defender came in and made something happen.
It was Bisson.
Okay.
Let's check in with Craig Roberts. Was that Bisson with the goal, Craig Roberts?
Number 6.
Oh, it was 6. And the helpers were 20. We're going with it.
Yeah, we know that Messenberg got at least
we can
a
update
secondary.
after the period. Go ahead.
Benilde right back to work, too.
Indeed, they do go right back to work. A 1-0 lead. All kinds of things going on here. We're scoring the game on Sports Engine, calling it, working replay, updating the score clock here.
A lot going on.
And telling you what's going on in the ice. So if it gets quiet, just let the picture tell the story. Or Bart Archer, you could add your flair that you do. Yakish to the left wing side for Barr.
I like our viewers. I don't want to scare anybody away.
That was Jet Johnson, rather. Yeah. Ludke with it. Thanks for the decency. Harvey across the line. Woodford, his pass picked off through the goal mouth area. Ludke from the left point sends a shot through. Oh, that hit Olsen on the way in.
I'm not sure he saw that one, Pete. Good positional save, though.
I don't think he did either. The lefty, if he's a righty, I don't think the catch glove is as big as the blocker in that situation, or it has the width. But you tell those goaltenders, if you're in position, if you're big, you're going to make those saves.
Right. And one thing Benil did so well last night is cleared the sidelines for Limesand to see the puck. He had some challenges, but they did everything they could to help him. They're going to have to mimic that effort again tonight.
Long shot out, turned aside by Olsen again. The Red Knights come up with a win here. This will be 3 wins, a series sweep at this tournament. Only they and Minnetonka, if they win their game, would have the claim to that, which is quite impressive. We had a tie 4-4 with Maple Grove and Holy Family Catholic earlier today.
Wow.
Or Wayzata, rather,
okay.
and Holy Family Catholic. Maple Grove, 6-4 winners over Cloquet-Esco Carleton in a game that was tied at 3 after 2 periods. It was quite the interesting third period. Lots of infractions. They had to get an extra score sheet to work their way through that one. Yakish from the line. Redirect. Bishop. Oh,
nice
check.
D.
That was a good piece of work there with the stick by Tyson. Back into the neutral zone it goes. Now it's going to be Novak. His wrist shot's blocked. Schweitzer comes away with it as he gathers it in. Yakish now from the left wing side. Back up into the neutral zone, regrouping. Are the Cougars. Alasky with it. That's going to be sent back into the Red Knight zone, and a penalty coming up. We have an interference call with 11:43 to go.
Well, indeed, and it looks like it's going to be Messenberg that's going to go to the box for Benilde, so great opportunity for this Cougar team. They had a pretty good response after that Benilde goal. Benilde came down with some energy, but it's been really Lakeville down in the Benilde zone for a good duration of about 2 minutes, and now they're going to get an opportunity on the power play with the man advantage. Just they have to put some pressure on Jack Olsen, the sophomore goaltender. Hasn't seen a lot of action this year, so you want to get on him as quick as you can and put some pressure on him, force him to make some saves.
We'll get to see that power play. It's a great opportunity, as you may say, Bart Archer, for the Cougars. Up to the line, tucked back down to the corner. Near side for Ludke. He goes back to the top of the point. Looking toward the net was Malinsky. Malinsky gets it back. Now it's going to be Ludke with it. Back to Malinsky. Loading up and shooting. Scores! Oh, wired in from the point. Power play marker for the Cougars.
And I think it was Jack Malinsky that took the initial shot. We'll have to wait for the official scoring for to see if it was redirected, but they grabbed the puck. So whoever it was, probably the first high school goal of the season. A little memento for him. Want to keep that keepsake, but we're going to go with Malinsky until told otherwise. But that's what Lakeville South really had to do. They got the opportunity. They made it count. Good shot on goal, and I don't think Olsen really had a good sightline on that puck and just beat him on the glove side, just about a foot and a half off the ice.
So the score now even up at 1 apiece.
Mortensen, ooh, just wide. Good shot.
Harvey gets the second assist on that goal.
And that was Malinsky that scored that goal, power play goal.
Back at center ice it goes. Now it's going to be just offside across the line as the Red Knights Gay tried to pull that one in.
Well, and they might have had some opportunities. It was Mortensen that got it up to Gabe, but Gabe receded the puck into the zone. So face-off just outside the Cougar zone. 10:19 left in this first period. We're not at 1. Not a lot of open space out there, Pete. Not a great flow, but every play has been contested. Real estate's kind of hard to come by in this game so far.
That's what the 2 previous games of the Cougars look like. You've got to earn your stripes against this team. They're hard to play against, and I like the way they're going to look come toward the end of this season. They're well disciplined, have good skill, can skate. Goaltending holds up as well. They're a solid addition. Forecheck by Ulrich to the corner. Sarsland now ahead it goes to Bisson across the line. Took that one from Messenberg as he's going to carry it wide. Goaltender Tyson's ankle kind of faded on him there. Going to cycle this one back behind for Messenberg. Had to work around the official there. Gets a little bit of help to the corner from Sarsland. Up high in the air. Oh, and it hits a girder on its way through. We almost made it through unscathed, but
right.
No.
I would have been surprised if it made it through that labyrinth without hitting something.
Labyrinth.
I was struggling for a word. That's the only thing that came to mind, so I figured I'd offer that one. But face-off now to Tyson's left. 9:21 left in this period. Not a lot of shots on goal, not a lot of scoring opportunities, so both teams playing very tight to the vest. But I do like the patience on Benil. They aren't running around the rink. You think after that victory last night that they'd be eager to try to contribute, but they're playing well within themselves and not trying to do too much. That's a good sign for Coach Pauly and the Red Knights.
Off a skate at center ice. Leaving that off. There's a quick shot. That one just missed the mark. Absolute BB by Charlie Warner.
It seemed like it sailed a little bit too.
Yakish takes from Callahan. Mishandled there. Now Callahan gets it back deeper in his zone. That hits a Cougar player and caroms to the near boards for Warner. Back over for Callahan, left side now. Nice puck possession here. Only for a moment there as Kroll picks that one off and sends that one back in. Yakish leaves over now for Callahan as he's going to dance up ice through the right side across the line. Leaves off for Warner. Warner tries to send that one through. Bischel was there as they'll watch this one to the corner. Fishing it out of the corner up to the line. Yakish loads it up. His shot, ouch. Hits a Cougar on the way in. All the way around for Barr. Barr puts on the brakes, tries to kick it to the corner. Cougars were there. Oh, they toe the line, and good job by Bischel to recognize as he waits for his mates to jump back onside, carries back into the corner. Bischel stood up on the play as they'll try to work it up the boards and cycle back all the way around. Jet Johnson is there, lets it go. Seamus Foley's shot was blocked by Bischel. Johnson, now it's gathered out of there by Aaron Holes. Nice little play by Lutke to get that ahead. On the move, it's Portner. His shot into the midsection, handled there by the goaltender Olsen.
Well, it was a nice shot by Portner on that one, but nice job by Foley to force him to the outside. Really took away his angle on that one, allowed Olsen to get out beyond the blue, be aggressive, and receive that puck. But he just needs to see some more shots, but he looks very calm and cool in goal for the Red Knights tonight so far.
It's kind of your classic one-on-one setup there. Good to get a shot off in that situation. Now it's going to be the Red Knights to regroup with Schweitzer. Schweitzer gets that ahead to Gay across the line. Wanted to go behind the back as he was stood up by Lutke. Puck sits in the slot area. Mortensen, nice job to be strong on the stick to play that one through the slot area though. Over to the boards, back in behind the net. 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first period. Yakish leaves over for Schweitzer. He has the quick release. That one blocked in off the gear of Portner on its way through. And to the corner and behind the net it goes. Now Yakish sends a shot that misses the mark. Aaron Holes with it. They look ahead. Nice job across the line. The Cougars lead one to the slot area. That one was swatted away. Up high in the air, played down. And that one's going to be whistled with a hand pass.
Wow, that was a nice recovery by Schweitzer to come back because this Benil team was a little bit vulnerable. They had Yakic back, but he was being challenged, and they had a Cougar racing in on the left wing side, but it was Schweitzer that hustled back and really interrupted that pass and limited what could have been a good scoring opportunity for this Cougar team.
Messenberg to the line.
It's off.
Indeed, it is off, Bart Archer.
Well, one thing the Cougars are doing better, or being more effective, I should say, than Wayzata was last night, is contesting this Red Knight team down low. Red Knights won a lot of battles last night, came off the wall and got some good opportunities. So far, the Cougars have done a good job of containing that and really limiting those opportunities, at least early. 6:36 left in the first period. We're not at a 1. Been a good one so far.
It has been a good one so far, Bart Archer. Howard Sarsland spins off that one. We've had a great weekend here at the St. Louis Park Rec Center. It's been some really good hockey games. So good to be back in this tournament. It was down for a year, and it was one of those institutions, Bart, that you and I just sort of flock to this one every year.
Oh,
and,
absolutely.
I mean, there's been a lot of great things, I mean, that have gone on here. There's some. This was the same weekend that Jack Jablonski was injured, and obviously that has a mark in high school hockey forever.
Forever, absolutely.
And that was over on the East Rink. But still, the fact is it's a great celebration of high school hockey in Minnesota, right here at the Rec Center.
One of those things you hate to see come to an end, but we've been in this facility many times doing Red Knight games, but under this format, it does change. I don't have time to get out and see all the teams, but to come in and see Cloquet for the first time this year, to see Maple Grove for the first time, and now Lakeville South for the first time. I really enjoy tournament formats when you can see teams and get a little bit of flavor, a little bit more broad-based than what I'm used to.
Rister misses the net. Yeah, you didn't see Lakeville South yesterday or the day before,
no,
did you?
I did not.
You were busy earning a living.
I'm trying to,
anyway.
anyway.
A long shot in on goal. 7th shot of the game. That one came through. Nice job to protect the puck ahead through the neutral zone. That was Caden Rubishko. Off the end boards, Yakish takes that one from Foley. Too far, and that's going to be icing as we'll bring it all the way back into Red Knight territory.
Well, I'd like to kind of point out the 9th grader Brady Yakish back on the blue line for this Red Knight team, number 16, the player focus. He plays beyond his years. He's not really big in stature, but he plays a pretty solid, aggressive game. But he makes a lot of decisions. He does take some risks, and if you heard your podcast, Coach Paulie is okay with that as long as he learns from it and grows from it, and normally makes really good decisions out there. Number 16 in the white, pay attention to him. He's a fun player to watch.
Up in the neutral zone, across the line it goes. Barr plays back in behind. Schweitzer was there, look out. This one comes up high. Since the Red Knights had that jump to start the game, it's been the Cougars that have sort of cinched in through the first period. They're comfortable.
They're pretty aggressive on the forecheck too, and that comes with confidence. They starting to feel their game, but they're sending pretty much three men under the dots, and that's pretty aggressive against this Red Knight team.
There they go across the line, loading it up, shooting it. Nice save. Another positional stop there by Olsen.
Well, another nice job by the Benilde St. Margaret defender Sarsland, forced him to the outside. But you're right, Pete. The Cougars are really kind of getting a lot of offensive zone time, and they're getting some shots. Not really grade A scoring opportunities, but the more shots you take, the more likely you're going to be able to beat Jack Olsen in goal. So far, he's done a pretty good job of holding out of the rebounds as well. No second chances.
Lucky quick touch pass over to the far side as he hit Malinsky, who has the goal. The lone Cougar, a pair of defensemen with goals here tonight. Malinsky for the Cougars, and meanwhile Sarsland for the Red Knights. Oh, out front, scores! Oh, what a play, what a setup. Beautiful goal there.
Wow, just a misplay by the Red Knights in their zone. But it was very opportunistic, and I think that was official scoring is going to be to Adam Harvey. Already a tally, a secondary assist on the night, but now he punches one in. It was just a nice goal scorer's goal. He made the goaltender commit and just pulled the puck wide and put it into a yawning net. Now it's up to the Red Knights to respond as the Cougars take a 2-1 lead. You could just sense that something was building, but the Red Knights were doing a good job of defending. Just one misplay gave that opportunity to Harvey, and he made it count. And that's his 5th goal of the year.
And while we're on the air with this here, I got to tip the cap to Matt Harrington, who is working the camera. He announced the first 2 games. He's a tireless machine. He's been taking care of a lot of our infographics. It's been impressive.
And he's still smiling, too. All right.
Kate Aaronholz and Jacob Malinsky.
Malinsky, a goal and an assist tonight. Being well represented on the score sheet early.
Shot it on goal. That's handled. Came in quickly.
Yeah, I think Yagish made the right decision. Just push it back up in toward the goal area. They had some support down there. I think it went a little higher than he wanted to go, but it was a nice save by Tyson just to hold on to that and reset. 3:40 to go in the first period. Lakeville South now with a 2-1 lead.
Oh, Messenberg nearly had the walk off the draw. Back into the corner it goes. Bassan with it, had Messenberg in the slot, instead turns and shoots, gets that one on goal. Another shot, 2 shots there, stopped by Tyson. Scores! Oh my word, that was seeing eye, post and in, and we're tied at 2.
Wow, good response by Benild, and they're grabbing that puck too, but it was Yakish. That puck was rolling on him, and it kind of it approached Tyson as a bit of a knuckleball, just caught the inside of the post, but it caught the right side of the post if you're a Red Knights fan and went in. So now it's 2-2, but great response by the Red Knights on that one. Kind of unfortunate for Tyson in goal because he had good positioning. It was just a shot that had eyes, but I think it knuckled on him a little bit. But we're 2-2, 3:25 left in the first period. It's going to give him some energy.
Brady Yakish picks up the goal there. We'll wait on the assists as they come through here. And Marshall, the secondary.
Marshall finding his way in the score sheets, was on the score sheet yesterday as well.
As we like to say, Bart Archer, in these parts of the high school world, yet again. 2:40 to go in the first period. Very interesting chess match between these two teams. Icing will be the call that misses Messenberg on its way out of the zone.
Yeah, we're not playing checkers here. But you're right, it was just a good shot from the point. Boy, the defensemen are really getting involved on the score sheet. First it was Sarsland, and now Yakish for Benilde St. Margaret's, and Malinsky for this Lakeville South squad. So that just means they're not getting in tight. They're getting it back to the points, but they're getting their shots on goal. And as we say, Pete, it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be effective. Well,
Yes,
as I say anyway.
Bart Archer.
Probably more than I should.
What is that? I was going to ask you a question. I leave it there. Schweitzer with it. Top of the slot. That one doesn't get through. No, they still fight through. That one turned aside, back to the near boards. They battle. You know, the auction we had down there, someone bought a $1,000 piece today.
Oh, wow. That's big money.
That's going for the Herb Brooks Foundation.
That's awesome.
After cost, of course, which is $999.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. It's a joke, everybody, just a joke. Now Barr with it, tries to slide that through Bischel. Nice defensive position by Jack Novak to force that one to the corner. Under 2 minutes to go with a $1:37. Here come the Skippers strutting into the facility, led by Sean Goldsworthy, the always smiling Goldie.
You know they're good when they don't even have a swagger about them.
Oh, look at you, Bart Archer, breaking it down. Ludke straight up through the neutral, across the line. They'll jam up in the corner.
Callahan without a stick. Oh, nice play by Mortensen. Ooh.
And there's a penalty coming up, too.
Boy, if they're looking for evidence, just look about 15 feet back and you'll see the stick. But Messenberg really had a good forward push on that one and really kind of put Ryan Williams, the junior forward, in a kind of a precarious position. I think that's actually not a bad penalty because it was Mortensen that would have pretty much gone in all alone on the right side. So he stopped that forward play, gives his players a chance to reset. But now the challenge is in front of the Cougars to fend off this what was very potent power play last night. They got some skill out there, so the Cougars got some work to do to pick up their teammate.
They went interference as opposed to the slash, correct?
Yep.
Glad I didn't hit submit on that one on our lovely little deal.
Ooh.
Red Knights looking to break this one out.
Well, I don't think that's quite what Messenberg had in mind. I think he was going for a cross dump. The puck just rolled over his stick, and it was Tyson who just received that bouncing puck, held onto it so they can get a chance to reset. 1:34 left in the penalty to Ryan Williams. Faceoff's going to be to Tyson's right. But Benoit Marks gets a chance to change some of their components up front, and in turn, Lakeville South trying to get the proper personnel out there as well. But just 39.3 seconds left, 1:34 in the penalty. So, again, the nice part about this is the coaching staff for this Lakeville South can put their primaries on and finish the period and
start back out with it. But same thing for the Red Knights. You know, they can kind of both work the same angle.
Absolutely. Oh, that just rolled on him a little bit.
Right in on goal as Olsen will lay that one down. 11-7. I show us shots on goal at this stage of the contest. Rink wide it goes. Messenberg across the line. Handled now by Foley. Reaches to the near side for Callahan. Gains Panther territory. Callahan sits on it. Gets it back from Messenberg. 5 to go in the period. That misses the mark. It's going to be Bassan from the corner. And that'll do it for the period. As we're tied at 2 between these two teams.
Well, some minor pushing and shoving, but 3 defensemen involved in the 4 goals. Things are going to open up, I think, a little bit more in the second period, but a good showing by both teams. Started out a little muddy, but everything was contested and things opened up a little bit. Special teams, the nice part about it for Benilde is they can start the period on the power play, but I'm sure that Lakeville South has to feel pretty good about coming in here and leaving this period with a 2-2 game, but should be a nice second period. Don't go away.
Felt like you didn't have time to work out? Do you have a hard time believing you could really get in shape, lose weight, or stick with exercise? As a busy person, does it all just sound too complicated? We've worked with thousands of people who've had those same concerns. People who have a real desire to take care of their bodies, but have trouble moving from intentions to real results. Based on 20 years of development and cutting-edge science, we have created a breakthrough and totally data-driven exercise program that can fit into anyone's schedule. It's all about quality over quantity. In just 20 minutes twice a week with one of our certified coaches, you can finally enjoy strength and experience success. Most traditional workouts fail to deliver the results people desire because they aren't designed with individuals in mind. Our Smart 20 workout measures your unique makeup, and our trainers are there to make sure you get a workout that's designed perfectly for you. Never before has there been a combination of strength and conditioning put together in such a safe and efficient manner that's totally accessible to everyone regardless of their current fitness level. Thousands of people have seen the results and shared their stories, but don't just take our word for it. Don't take the word of our thousands of success stories. Come in and try it for yourself. We believe so passionately in how we can help you that we are offering you the chance to get a free trial of our Smart 20 training sessions with one of our knowledgeable coaches. There is absolutely no commitment on your end. Plus, we'll answer all of your questions about how to meet your health, weight loss, and fitness objectives. What have you got to lose? Come in for your free personal Smart 20 sessions. Register for your free sessions by signing up at exercisecoach.com.
Periods on our Minnesota high school hockey coverage, and are pleased to be joined by Tradition Capital Bank's Scott Boyning. Scott's the market president for Tradition Capital Bank. And Scott, you got quite the thing going on here. Can you kind of give us an overview on Tradition Capital Bank? What is it? How many employees, future offices, or what you have for offices and future growth?
Sure. Thanks, Pete. Thanks for the opportunity. Tradition Capital Bank was a de novo bank in July of 2005. Today, 13 years later, we're about $700 million in assets, so a nice-sized bank. Main locations in Edina, Minnesota. We have a full-service bank in North Oaks, and possibly going to the West Metro in 2019.
Oh, really? Yeah. Can you give us any nibbles of what you're thinking? Or
just growing the franchise. We've got a lot of clients and referral partners out in that area, so that way we'll be able to service the entire Twin Cities metro.
Boy, that's fantastic. So you'll have all angles covered there. From your bank, I personally bank with you.
Thank you.
And I love it. It's very efficient, very impressive. The staff is great, and all of the services are fantastic for me from a business perspective. Can you tell us a little bit about what makes your bank unique?
Yeah, we really focus on the relationship banking model, which is really getting to know our clients. So we're more positioned as a private bank, which means a lot of different things to different people, but really what we're focused on is larger relationships, less customers, more service. Kind of the old school way of doing banking. We sit down, meet with an individual, talk about themselves and their business and how we can help them. If it's over a cup of coffee or if it's at the bank or at their business, it's the face-to-face handshake type relationships we have. That I think in this day and age in banking kind of sets you apart with some of the big guys.
The big out-of-the-box chain type banks we've seen. But the other thing is how much has that, do you think, contributed to your future growth out to the West, and also your $750 million in assets, that type of strategy? How much has that played into it?
It's a very important part of our strategy. We're 99% referral based, so great clients like you telling other people that's the best way for us to grow. We've been organic growth from day one, hiring good people and taking care of our clients, and that's how we continue to kind of see our growth going forward.
Now, we know the economy has been soaring and the stock markets have been incredible, and it's been, for a lot of people, a good year. How has the year been for Tradition Capital Bank?
It's been another strong year. We've had about $100 million of growth year over year for the last 4 years. And a lot of that is attributed to the overall economy in the Twin Cities and Minnesota market and the real estate market. Obviously, lately, rates have gone up a little bit, but we still feel there's a lot of strong growth in the new housing, new construction area going into next year. But we also, we're getting larger as a bank, we're getting more diversified. So seeing businesses grow, need for capital, and with rates going up, we're also paying a little bit more on deposit rates, which correspondingly kind of can help or hurt your margin depending on how you're doing.
In terms of, we kind of touched on a little bit about word of mouth and your relationships and those kinds of things, but what is one of the things that you do to, beyond that, to compete with the larger big name banks that you see the signs everywhere?
Yeah, for us, it's try to make banking simple and quick turnaround. We're locally owned and operated, so we make decisions here locally really quickly. Term sheets usually within 24 hours for a loan. Deposit accounts we can set up very efficiently, very fast. Technology is a game changer. I think that's the great equalizer in banking going forward. So we continue to invest in technology to help make it easier for our clients and their businesses to do business with us.
Now, we do know that technology is part of everything, and there are some tools out there that people employ in every aspect of business. What have you done on the banking side of things to utilize that?
For us, it continues to be, I think, paramount is the security side, and we continue to make investments in security. You're seeing a lot of fraud, cybersecurity, things like that in the news. And then mobile apps, continuing to make our mobile app the best we can to make it easy, taking a picture of your check to make a deposit so you don't have to come in, moving money. We're also researching additional ways for people to be able to move money easier.
Yeah.
You've heard of Zelle and different things like that. I think you're going to continue to see that. Fintech's a big word these days, but more innovations in technology will help banks like us compete with the bigger banks. Because if you can combine the relationship plus the technology, that's really tough to beat, I think. So, kind of be a fast follower, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? You don't need to invent the wheel, you just need to modify it.
Exactly. And that's, banks of our size, I think that's kind of the golden rule going forward is make sure you have the products and services, but combine that with the true relationship banking model.
Any last words you have for our listeners?
We'd love to help you. We're here in Edina and North Oaks. If you're looking for a locally owned, operated bank, we'd love to take the time to meet for coffee and see how we can help you.
I second that motion. Make the call. That's Scott Boyning. He's the market president from Tradition Capital Bank. And once again, they're a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
get ready for the second period. The Red Knights are on the ice. Tyson leads his edition. The Lakeville South Cougars on the ice. And here we go, Bart, after one period. How about your scoring summary?
Well, opening the scoring at the 2:21 mark of the first period, it was Tristan Sarsland with his first high school goal from Blake Messenberg. And then on the power play, it was Lakeville South that answers back. It was Malinsky, the defender, with his first high school goal from Lutke and Harvey. That was on the power play. And then Harvey scored his 6th goal of the season from Malinsky and Aaron Holtz at the 12:47 mark to give the Cougars a 2-1 lead. But then it was Yakish with his first high school goal from the back line from Messenberg and Marshall at the 13:35 mark. That's where we stand right now, 2-2. Shots on goal that period, 10 shots for Lakeville South, 9 for Benilde St. Margaret's, but 19 attempted shots by Benilde St. Margaret's and 13 attempted shots for Lakeville South. So Benilde St. Margaret's may have been outshot in the column, but they had plenty of opportunities. Face-offs, Benilde St. Margaret's with a 12-10 advantage. Leading the way is Bassan with a 6 wins, 2 losses, and Cooper Gay 4-2. And the man that's serving the final 54 seconds of the penalty, Ryan Williams, who led the face-off charge for the Cougars at 3-1. But opening the period on the power play for the Red Knights, the challenge is in front of the Cougars to pick up their teammate and get through this initial challenge early in the second period.
What's been good about both these teams is they've had some pushback. You know, one team, you know, had a lead, tied, take a lead, tie, and now we get to see the power play put into play. One of the things that Ken Pauly talks a lot about me with on Pauly's podcast is we gotta flat out stay out of the box.
Right on.
You know, they took 7 minors last night against Wayzata and were fortunate to walk away.
Well, that'll settle down once they gain a little bit more experience throughout the year.
Largely unscathed. Now Bassan plays this into the corner. Messenberg takes over. Schweitzer touches back to Messenberg. Back up to Schweitzer. Callahan to the near side, walks and holds it, shoots, and Tyson makes the save as he hangs on.
Well, it was a good shot by Callahan, but it was Aguilera that was coming out and really forced him to kind of hurry up that shot. It was a good shot, about 1.5 feet off the ice glove side. Nice save by Tyson on that. 32 seconds left in the penalty to Williams.
Callahan for Schweitzer. Messenberg goes high off the glass. It's held in at the line as they're going to look to break this one out. Cut off by the Red Knights in the neutral zone. Down they go, and it's sent right back in behind as Olsen will set up behind for Schweitzer with 5 to go in the power play. Messenberg with some free ice. He's dangerous across the line. He's going to keep it back in behind the net. Ran out of options there. Nice defensive play. Ooh, they got a man open up in the slot neutral zone, but Schweitzer cuts that off with Callahan backpedaling. His pass picked up by Messenberg. Tried to poke that off the boards, but it's Aguilera to make the play. Now it's going to be played to the right wing side. Look out. Marshall about to run into a freight train known as Tucker Schumacher. Long pass misses the mark. No ice on the play as Olsen sets up behind the net. Schweitzer, Callahan now. He looks to his right. Instead gets up to Bischel. He's checked on the play by Malinsky. Now it's going to be Marshall. Back over for Schweitzer. Through center. Nice play by Barr. Gets away from one man. But quickly after that move, he's closed on. Check off the boards. Up to the circle area and in on goal. That one's whistled down. No shot on goal.
No, but Barr right in, poised and ready if that puck squirted loose. But nice job by Tyson to not only save the puck, but not knock the net off the boards to get the whistle. And allowing Coach Kibi Halme to get some fresh legs out there. 15-10, we're early in the second period, not at a 2.
Yakish, Barr, too far it goes. It's going to be Lutke. He backpedals and plays to the right wing side. Baki is there. It's now taken away again by the Red Knights. Back onto Lutke's stick for the Cougars. Other hot potato action here through center. Warner's shot's blocked off the stick of Kroll. They'll work it all the way around from the low to high it goes, sent back into the corner. Warner couldn't get the stick on that. Bischel feeds over for Barr as they converge off the corner. Looking for the puck to be moved. And on the play was Ryan Williams. Out front they go. There's a Shot that didn't look like it got through. Warner, wrister. That one misses the mark. Big Karam back up to the left wing side, pinching down was Schweitzer. He and Yakish manning the blue line right now as they're deciding to play off the corner.
Yep.
Keeping it to the outside. Barr loads it up. Whoa, a nice save there.
Oh, quick whistle too.
We'll get a look at this one on replay.
Faithful not happy about that.
Yeah, they definitely let him have it there.
Well, Barr did a nice job of receiving that puck and getting that shot off quite quickly. And it was Tyson. I don't know. He knew he made the save, but didn't know where the puck was. So he thought he had it, but the puck squirted out. Referee on the other side of the goaltender called the whistle quickly.
13:53 to go. Thanks for joining us here on the MNHockey.tv. Got another one here tonight. We have Benilde St. Margaret's and Tonka coming up on Thursday of next week. Rather looking forward to that one. If you're into the youth action tomorrow, Matt Harrington, who's running camera 1, 2, and 3 for us right now, running the stats as well, will be calling the third place games on the south rink of Braemar Arena. I'll be calling the championship games. We got the Pee Wee A, Pee Wee B1, and Bantam B1. Chips and third place games for the youth fans. Good fields there too. Worth checking out.
Boy, Pete Wagner, I hope he gets some solid sleep tonight.
Well, I asked to come in late tomorrow to Braemar Arena, and I was afforded the opportunity. Late being 10 o'clock, and I'm going to take every minute.
You earned it.
Shot.
You earned it.
Sent back into the corner. Mortenson's a big frame to handle there off the end boards. And that's turned away from traffic there. As the Red Knights continue to work hard in the offensive zone on the forecheck. Spinning and going down as Aaron Holes. In front they go. That one misses the mark. Now it's Sarsland with it. Loads it up. Wrist shot. Ooh, stop there. That one's going to bump off the boards. Red Knights mounting up the shots here in this period. Offside at the line. 12:42 to go. We're tied at 2.
Well, Benilde St. Margaret's had some pretty good offensive zone time, but Lakeville South did a really nice job of keeping things on the periphery and battling the Red Knights for possession. They do a great job not only of protecting their blue line, but protecting the middle of the ice. It's very tough sledding for this Benilde to get in front of the net and get those quality opportunities. So Lakeville South playing very responsible defensively when the wheels wobble in just a little bit.
Messenberg jammed on the play there by Aguilera. Another shot that trickles in on goal that Tyson covers up.
Well, Callahan looks to be back with Foley. Callahan on the power play with Schweitzer. Coach Pauly kind of loading up the power play a little bit, and then it was Foley and Yakish as a tandem, and they didn't do too bad either, but things are back to normal now for the Red Knights.
Ooh.
Boy, they just love this corner down here.
I know they do. We just have to tilt the camera there and leave it.
There's some battles going on down in that area.
That's where games are won and lost.
Yes, indeed.
Marshall. Now Warner, as he's watched by Aguilera. Warner gets it up to the line. This is a gritty start to the period for both these teams as they're shoulder to shoulder in the Lakeville South defensive zone. Marshall again, the freshman, fishes that one away from Calderon. And it's poked to center. Look out, foot race. Aguilera is going to try to get there as he can't quite catch up to it, as icing will be your call. We'll bring it back into Lakeville South territory.
Boy, Aguilera with a nice effort on that one, but the puck was kind of dancing on Marshall. He tried to hold the zone, and it was Lakeville South that sent the puck ahead, couldn't catch up with it, so it was going to come all the way down into the Cougar zone. To Tyson's right, 11:39 left in this period. Really, zone time has been all Benilde St. Margaret's, but really not very many good looks, maybe one or two, if that. So Lakeville South, even though they aren't getting the puck out of the zone, they're defending quite well.
Yeah, we're talking 5.5 minutes. That was let off by a power play, as that one's wide. They now have a 15-11 shot on goal advantage here. Rolling puck, but look out, that might not matter as there's a foot race as Schumacher and Schweitzer go after that loose change. Schweitzer gets it though, puts on the brakes, nice clean outlet. And to the right wing side, it's Aguilera. Open wing as he plays that one to the corner. Malinsky was there. And there they go, setting up shop in that corner again. Through center, Schumacher. Deflected back into the zone. It's going to be Steinhagen from the corner.
He's a wrecking ball.
Absolutely. Warner, nice little feed there. Right wing. Now it's picked up. Oh, nice job by Lutke. And just offside at the line. But I like the start there from Lutke from a standstill. Got the hands going with the feet and got through one man, but they're just offside.
Well, it started when he jumped the route on a pass and just stopped the forward progress, and then went to work. But I think it was Kroll that was caught just a stride in.
Yeah, they're changing on the fly there, Bart. Red Knights get last change, and they're going to take advantage there. Send a new set of troops out. Next game for the Skippers and the Elks will start at 7:30 here on the MNHockey.tv. Messenberg lost the handle, played away from him. It was Harvey that took it from Portner. Ooh, he jams his man hard into the wall, forces the turnover. Now up the line, there's a shot that's taken there by Malinsky. Red Knights will outlet. There's Marshall. Gives off to Messenberg. Messenberg leaves for Bassan from the right circle. He'll carry this one back in behind. Ooh, he had the near wraparound. Instead, they'll go back up with a shot that deflects up off the stick of Marshall and out of play.
Well, it was a nice lead by Messenberg, and it was Bassan that picked it up in stride, but it was Lutke that stopped that progress. He tried to go for the wraparound, but a nice busy stick by Lutke thwarted that effort. But that was really almost the most trying moment for the Cougars, and they survived again. Just under 10 minutes to go in the second period. We're not at a 2. Boy, Schumacher did some good work for that Cougar team down low against the Red Knights. He was using his body to protect the puck. He's pushing people around. If they can have that success, some opportunities might come from that.
Off the boards, here they come. Aguilera stopped on the play. You know, it is odd. You mentioned Yanni Kivialmi in a Lakeville South bench here, South Suburban rival of Burnsville. He'd been there for so long and such a part of their club. And now here he is. It's almost like watching when Ken Pauley went over to Minnetonka. It was like, what?
It just didn't seem right.
It didn't look right seeing him in blue.
We'll get more comfortable as the day goes on.
Turned over across the line. It's going to be Novak walking in. Scores! Oh, Novak. That was something else as he snipes. It's 3-2 Lakeville South.
Well, Novak did a nice job to really forward push. Just got to the left dot and went really far side, blocker side on Olsen, but just under the bar. Really a nice snipe. Gives Lakeville South a little energy. 9:03 to go. Now it's up to the Red Knights to respond. A lot of zone time for the Red Knights, but not an area good opportunity. And Lakeville South charges down and snipes one, so 3-2 lead. Interesting to see how the Red Knights are going to respond. They've had good success after being scored on. They don't get too shaken, and that's a good sign for Coach Pauley.
We'll wait the assists on that one if they're. They said Brett Massey was in on that assist. We'll have to add him to the roster. They don't have him in on the Engine roster.
You are correct. Oh, I thought that actually went off Warner's stick, but it's going to come all the way back down. Really nice play. It was Warner that got behind the defenseman, just tried to hit him in stride, but the puck apparently bounced over his stick. But boy, that might pull the Lakeville South defenders off the blue line, soften them up a little bit. Not a bad idea. It just didn't work on that, but it might have some residual value moving forward.
20. Cougars now in control. They have that 3-2 lead. And there's a big collision there, Bart Archer.
Wow, pretty good shot on goal by the Cougars, and it was Olsen that had a great positional save. He was down on his pads, and I think it eluded his stick, but just got nestled under one of the pads, and hence the whistle. I'm not sure he knew where the puck was, and not to begrudge the young man, but he made the initial save.
Williams for the Cougars. The draw by the Red Knights back in to the left wing side. Callahan tried to find Messenberg. There's a penalty coming up, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a hook on Messenberg. He just held on to his. Oh, it's going to be interference. Well, that makes sense, actually, but I think that's going to be on Ryan Williams again, going to the box for this Cougar team. But Messenberg was trying to get that puck in stride, but didn't have the puck, and he was impeded his progress. So it's going to be Benilde St. Margaret's with a great opportunity. 7:49 left in the second period, down by a goal, offensive zone faceoff. But it's up to the Cougars to pick up their teammate, kill this penalty off. And it's going to be Messenberg, Bassan, and Marshall up front, with Callahan and Schweitzer on the points.
Poked away from the stick of Schweitzer. Harvey is a house of fire to the corner. Olsen to the right wing, pinching down is Portner. Now it's going to be Marshall through center. Messenberg, Marshall, one-timer, that one high over the top of the glass. Spun off the puck is Callahan. It's going to be Schweitzer to regroup in his own zone. Schweitzer finds Messenberg. Messenberg is washed on the play by Ulrich. And now it's going to be Schweitzer across the line. He accelerates in on goal. A nice save there. Turned aside by Tyson. That one. And that one's going to be slung down the ice in on goal.
Really good defense by the Cougars on that one. They kind of tag team, being a man down at a bit of a disadvantage, but they made an appropriate play, cleared the puck, and the clock's ticking down. 1 minute to go in the power play.
Marshall lost the handle, but there's Messenberg to gather in. Wanting the one-timer is Schweitzer. He gets it. That's blocked on the way in. Bumped off the boards, played back in and around. Messenberg waits for it. Nice job there. Oh, Callahan with room to walk. He does. Glove save, rebound. That one, they tried to get that one through. 36 to go on the man advantage. Now Schweitzer, Messenberg got underneath that one, and that one misses the mark. All the way back into the Red Knight zone it goes.
Well, it was a good block by the defenseman Alaski on that one. I think that caught him up high, and he's holding his wrist. Hopefully he's going to be okay, but it was a nice block. He paid the price to make a play for his team.
Ooh, near big turnover there by Schumacher. Instead at center, it's going to be ripped right back into the zone by Malinsky.
Better hurry.
This little move there by Schweitzer. Weaves up to the right wing side for Mortensen. To the net goes Gay. Mortensen lost the handle. We're 5-on-5 now with 5:43 to go in the period. There's a snapper that's blocked. Turned back by the left wing spade work there of Barr. Now Mortensen takes over. Mortensen wants to walk it low. He was cut off on the play by Malinsky. Mortensen cycles back for Barr. Malinsky loses the twig. Now Foley. Barr cuts to the slot. Blocked by the skate of Chase. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not that's not my strength, Pete. Leqve. But really good angles by this Lakeville South team as far as defending the zone. They just cut off the area of where Benilde's trying to go. So they take great angles, get their bodies in front of it, really challenging every piece of real estate that this Red Knight team tries to get in the offensive zone. So very responsible defensive team by this Lakeville South Cougars. Ooh, good shot.
I did some homework. It's leg feet.
Okay. How many times do you think I'll mess that up through the course of the day today?
Every time.
Every time.
Leg feet.
I'm consistent.
Okay.
Consistently
leg
inconsistent.
feet one more time for all the times I just couldn't pull it off. In on goal. Sometimes when you can't do it in this business and you get a name that's tough, you'll just say to an open wing.
Yeah, I even have trouble with Jones and Smith
right?
sometimes.
You throw the open wing or battled in the corner. You have a few of the old standbys.
4:44 left in the second period.
Tricks of the trade, baby.
That's right. Cougars still holding on to a 1-goal lead.
Ooh, unable to pull the trigger is Aguilera. The worst is when you got a guy, the rosters are so fluid, you don't have him on the roster. Get on goal. You're not trying to, Novak again, you're not trying to shortchange anybody there, but.
Well, as I say, I never trying to disrespect anybody, but sometimes I kind of miss on those. But some pretty good pressure by the Cougars, and in turn, the Red Knights are doing a pretty good job of defending as well. There was kind of a trying moment where the Cougars had numbers down low, but some busy sticks kept that from being a good scoring opportunity. So both teams playing very sound defensively today.
The skilled freshman Marshall, the center. Johnson will lift that one in. Oop, doesn't. Taken away by Marshall. Oh, wants to go showtime. All he does is get to the wall, though, as that didn't fool Johnson. Messenberg stopped on the play with a nice stick there by Novak. And now it's going to be Schweitzer with 4:10. Playing back over to his partner, Callahan. Schweitzer to Callahan. Outlets left wing side for Bassan, but stepping up to make the play is Aguilera. Sends that right back into Red Knight turf. They'll handle, ooh, Callahan shrugs it off. Plays it to the left wing side. That one misses everyone. Back over to the far side. Kroll is there. Checked on the play. Schweitzer with the little spinorama comes away with it. Puck will roll into the neutral zone. Messenberg will find some real estate or try to regroup, but he's being hounded there by Baki. Back up into the neutral zone it goes. Johnson now regroups with 3:28 to go in the period. Looks to his right. Forced back in behind the net. Reaching and pulling it off the wall there was Rubishko. And now Baki with it at center. Poke checked along the line. They're going to dump that one in. Touch up. Williams, nice patient play there. Sarsland will follow it up the rail. Mortensen there, bumped by Gay. And now it's going to be Baki again. Tried to play that one ahead, but instead it's gathered in and played to the left wing by Callahan. Knocked away from his stick. It's Sarsland who regroups. Leaves up to the right wing side. Johnson, ooh, compromising position there as Baki continues to hound on the forecheck. Mortensen forced back in behind. Leaves back. Sarsland for Foley. Touch pass, that one off the toe of the stick of Gay as he'll regroup back over for Foley. He looks back up to center for Gay. This has been a good forecheck for the Cougars. Red Knights really can't get a handle on this one. Well, not only are the Cougars moving their feet, but they have very busy sticks too, and they put them in the right areas, and they're very quick with their hands as well, creating some fits for the Red Knights. Golaski is checked, back turned over to the line. Yakish shot, scores! I am not sure if that thing was deflected or what happened there, Bart Archer. Well, it's either going to be Jet Johnson or it's going to be Mortensen on the deflection, but it was just a bit of a harmless shot from the point. But once it gets redirected, things change in a hurry. We may have to wait for the official scoring, but I think it's Mortensen that got that one, but it could certainly be Jet Johnson as well. I don't think the Red Knights care as long as they get the counter on the board. 2:06 left to go. We're knotted now at 3. Both teams want to finish this last 2 minutes and 6 seconds very, very strong. Well, it came from Yakish, so we'll see what happened from there. Yakish on the score sheet again. Jet Johnson gets the goal. So Yakish and Mortensen get the assists on that. Even strength tally. Well, kind of impressed with the celebration. Looked like he'd been there before, so good for Johnson. Well, you know, yours truly loves that. So do I. I just don't need the sellies. Well, I've had enough. That's why I made mention of it. The self-checks, the down to one knees, the grabbing the ice. I mean, you know, you're going up 7-1 in a blowout, and yeah, that ruffles both of our feathers every once in a while. Maybe we're just old and angry. I don't know. Wow. Across the line. I check those boxes. Get out of my yard. Don't worry, so do I. Yakish. Sorry. No, I'm right with you, man. Messenberg, you're in the right. Oh, that pass too far. Look at Marshall, the frustration. The freshman just gave it to the junior.
Well,
I'm kidding.
That one just that one rolled up on Benilde St. Margaret's. They had a pretty good idea going, had some speed, but the puck just eluded them all the way back down into the Benilde St. Margaret zone. Just under a minute to play. A very important face-up. Both teams, as I said, in the last couple minutes of the period, or the first couple minutes of the period, you want to play exceptionally well, but just play intelligent.
Face-off win. Cougars control. Callahan back in off the end boards. They try to guide this up the wall. Protected and played down the rail by Ulrich. Callahan, look out, the official. Nice job to get out of there. Retreated with the best of them. Quick one-timer blocked by Barr. Oh, there's a quick chance that missed the mark. Novak was bidding for the 4-3 lead down low. Red Knights look to play to center. Couldn't get it there as it's going to be handled from the left side to right by Barr and sent in by Bischel. Picked off of the neutral zone by Calderon, and it's guided in by Ulrich. We're going to change on the fly. Do the Cougars, they had 2 forwards on. 10 to go in the period. Sent back into Cougar territory with 5.4 to go. We're going to have another face-off coming up.
In the Red Knight zone, just 5.4 seconds left, so still plenty of time for Lakeville to win this draw and put some pressure on Olsen and goal for the Red Knights. So very important face-off for this Benilde team moving forward. But it relieves some pressure. They get some fresh legs out on the ice. Could be an exciting 5.4 seconds.
Williams. A couple of 20s in Messenberg. 2 good drawmen. You can see what happens there as they pretty much draw to the duel there.
Well, we go in tied again. Both teams exchange goals in that period. Novak for Lakeville South and Johnson for Benilde St. Margaret's. Third period, 17 more minutes to play in this one, or more, depending upon how it goes. But a nice seesaw affair. Not a lot of room to move out there, but they're earning every piece of real estate they get, and I think that trend's going to continue in the third period.
I couldn't agree with you more, Bart Archer, and we'll get this thing ready to go for you as we prepare to take another look from Tradition Companies, our partners here at Tradition Co. Exciting stuff here as we are rounding out our 11th of 12 games now. Just getting ready to bring back on the defending state champions as this Red Knight team is locked in a battle with the Lakeville South Cougars, 2 well-matched clubs. We'll have more coming up for you in about 10 minutes.
Hockey continues right here on mnhockey.tv, along with Chad Schumacher. He's the owner of Tradition Wealth Management. I'm Pete Wagner between periods. And Chad, I always enjoy these chats because you've got one heck of a juggernaut working here at Tradition Wealth Management. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Let's talk a little bit about who is Tradition Wealth Management, what you guys do, and give me a little bit of a history lesson on how all this started for you.
Great, thanks, Pete. Yeah, we've been around since 2003. One of my best friends who was in the business, Jake Annebeck, they own Tradition Companies. We played against each other. We were in high school. They were looking to branch out and get another avenue company going, and we got together, and Tradition Wealth Management's been here since 2003.
It's amazing. You guys locked horns in high school, and you still are, aren't you? With the little Lakeville South, Lakeville North action.
Correct, yeah. There is only one part of Lakeville, though, right? So.
Sorry. I just say who's winning the battle. I guess I don't need to go there.
Yeah,
so as far as your office is concerned, is there future growth? I mean, how many employees do you have, and where are you guys located?
Yeah, right now we have offices here in Edina, Woodbury, downtown St. Paul, and we recently opened up North Oaks, and Wayzata will be opening up in February. So we have 20 people now. We're probably going to go to 25 to maybe 30 over the next 5 years.
Look at you going to Wayzata Street, as I like to call it. Yeah. Wow, very impressive. The cash center of the West Metro. What makes Tradition Wealth Management unique, Chad?
Well, I'd say certainly our people. I mean, I got the best staff. Everybody says that, but everybody's been here, for almost 20 years. It's, being specialized in there. We really specialize that each different person has their own plan, and everybody goes through a plan. So we try to separate it. We've kind of created a private family office for people that don't need a private family office and take care of all public securities. Most of our clients have been here, 10 plus years, if not, since we've been in the business. So we feel very fortunate. And now we recently opened up our sports management division for some of the athletes that we're working for. And so, we really want to make sure we can help all those people stay on the right path as well.
So as far as the type of personnel that you have here, you touched on that a little bit earlier there. what makes them unique? What do you look for in the people that you bring in here?
Well, obviously they're going to have a passion. We don't want it just to be just a job. People pay us a lot of money to make sure that their money's in good hands, that the service is impeccable, that we do nothing but have a positive attention to their accounts. We realize we're going to have ups and downs all the time, but as long as we stay consistent, we're going to tend to keep people for a long time at our firm.
Yeah, I think you guys have a unique way of reaching out. One of the things Scott Boyning said from the bank side of things, it's really big time word of mouth. And if you take care of your people, that's what happens. I'm sure that's part of what your strategy too as well is. But what else have you guys done? Can you talk on your network a little bit and how you've built that out?
Yeah, well, over the years, obviously it's a small community. Whether it's hockey or a lot of people know everybody in there. You can have a reputation for 25 years and lose it in one day. So you always got to be on top of your game. We practice what we preach. We're in the community all the time. I'm on the board of Hope Kids, which is a local charity for kids who have life-threatening illnesses. We have Tradition Pass It On. We're always out there trying to help give back.
And by giving back, so many people have benefited from that. And, I know it's from those exercises that not only myself, but others are now aware of your great company.
Yeah, no, it's been very fortunate. We're blessed to have good people, not only here at Tradition Wealth Management, but all the other brands that are out there. So, a lot of the networking is just done intercompanies with our clients, and they know that they're going to get top-notch attention. And so, naturally, it's a good fit for them to be introduced to us. And it's been a very blessed place to work.
So you have a lot of growth that's going on. You're obviously opening another office out in Wayzata. How much have you seen your world here grow as far as maybe the past year or so? As obviously things are humming along pretty well. How have you guys been impacted that way?
Yeah, we're having a record year as far as the people that we're working with. There's a lot of volatility in the market. There's a lot of people selling companies. There's a lot of money in motion. We have various things that we run into all the time. There's always enough to stay busy. And, we're trying to get to $1 billion here in the next couple of years. So we have a little bit ways to go here in the next couple of years. But with, I think, some of these new places that we're opening up, there's plenty of people that we can help. And I know that a lot of people need the help.
Finally, how do I get a hold of you at Tradition Wealth Management?
You can call our main office line, which is 952-563-6500, and they can get a hold of you. Our website is www.traditionwealth.com, and my individual email address is chads@traditionwealth.com.
I have to say that through personal experience, this is a great organization to work with. It's very personalized. It's worth it. Give it a call. Why not? You're already on the air with us during the hockey games. Make it even better. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Pete. Appreciate it.
Once again, that's Chad Schumacher. He's the owner of Tradition Wealth Management. We'll have more action coming up for you right after this. Securities offered through Pro Equities, Inc., a registered broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Tradition Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Tradition Wealth Management, LLC is independent of Pro Equities, Inc.
welcome you back to the St. Louis Park Rec Center, home of the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights and the St. Louis Park Orioles. And for this glorious Christmas week, New Year week,
holiday week.
The, oh, you're Mr. Politically Correct.
Right, I just went right down the middle on that one.
I really don't care. Fact that, well, what? I own the channel, so I don't care. What are you going to do, Matt Harrington? Fire me? Go ahead.
He needs the sleep.
My
Fire
word.
for a day so he can get some rest.
But for these glorious 3 days, it's been fantastic here at this facility. We've had some great crowds, some great energy, lots of fun, really good hockey games, close, competitive. I think every one of these coaches can walk out of here and say, you know what, this was a really good weekend for us.
Well, these are situations where teams will be better after the tournament than they were before. They learn something about their team going in. They develop, but you know, people that haven't had a chance to see some of these teams, what a great venue to come and watch a fine exhibition of how this game should be played. Welcome
to Earnhardt Jaworski in the house. We need you here to score the game.
Where are you,
Earnhardt? Scored them yesterday. Now you got me doing it while I'm announcing. Where are you? I know he's at work. Ooh, they had a near opportunity there to the Red Knights. We start out the period 5-on-5. Schweitzer's dangerous, shoots that one, that misses the mark. The big Karam plays it off the rink wide. Nice seam there in front. Save. Nice job by Tyson to shut that one down.
Well, and Tyson did a nice job of holding on to that at kind of a trying moment. And I think it was Adam Marshall who was looking for that second chance opportunity, but they kept feeding the puck to Schweitzer, who's logged a lot of minutes over these last couple days. But a couple pretty good shots. First one went wide, but they contained the zone. Got it back to him and put a pretty good shot on goal. But nice job by Tyson to hold on to that puck.
Played up to the right wing side for Aaron Holes. Portner was there. Now it's handled by Foley. Johnson gets a stick on that one. Gay loads it up, pushes that one wide of the mark. Mortensen muscles his way, gets some positioning there. As we'll see where the war of attrition is going to occur here between these two teams in the third period, Bart.
Yeah,
the Red Knights have the shots on goal advantage at 23-15 at this stage. But the Cougars have been really structurally sound as well.
Well, they play such a good, solid defensive game, and they're committed to the defensive side of the ledger as well, and they're making it very difficult for Benilde to get those really good looks.
Oh, redirect by Gay, nearly found it through as Tyson was there.
But I think what's encouraging is the Red Knights are coming out with solid energy. Coach Pauly has to feel good about that. Every period they've started, they've come out with some good energy and pushed the pace.
Lutke was jammed, but he found it over to the right corner as it was sent in deep by Malinsky. Left wing breakout, that's underneath the stick. Forsake, Mortensen looked right at it like it was had a hole in it. Bischel, love that. Cross the line. And back down behind it goes for Warner. In front, puck rolls away. Nice job to come away with that one out of the zone. That was Aguilera, the former D-man, converted to forward. He's converted to forward, and then they bring up Johnson, who picked up a big assist on Novak's goal here tonight. Congratulations to him. I think that might have been his first point based off the reaction from the bench.
That's a good start.
Warner, nice job. Lays that one for Barr. Schweitzer again, he's dangerous when he can load it up. Barr wants a wraparound. Score!
Oh, boy.
Ian Barr with a beautiful read off the Schweitzer shot from the end boards, and he gives the Red Knights the 4-3 lead.
Well, Barr was in the right place at the right time. It was Schweitzer that took that shot well wide of the mark, and the lively in-wall put it right on Barr's stick, and he went around and stuffed that one in before Tyson could get over and close that door. Big goal for the Red Knights, 14-19 left in regulation time. But Barr finally rewarded for all that hard work that he's done throughout these last couple games. But Benilde St. Margaret's with a 1-goal lead. Now they have to follow it up with some energy.
Second assist was awarded to the Red Knights number 10, Charlie Warner, as well. Thank you to Craig Roberts for helping us get that in there.
He really takes care of us, doesn't he?
I wish he was here for the Tonka game. Scores! Oh, look at that. An absolute bullet from Messenberg opens up a 5-3 lead.
Well, that's what you want if you're Coach Pauly. If you're Coach Kiwi Halmy, you got to kind of get the wheels back on the hub. You know, the letdown after that initial goal by Barr, followed up by a snipe by Messenberg, blocker side just inside the bar, so to speak. And now it's a 2-goal advantage, 14 minutes. Boy, that just came seconds after the Barr goal. So it's up to this Cougar team to kind of regroup and get back to doing the things that they were doing with success.
So 5-3 the score. Messenberg again. Waits for Schweitzer, shot. Tyson got his pad over on that one, makes the save.
Wow, it was a good save. It was actually a nice leave and a good shot on goal, low along the ice, blocker side, but he put his pads down. Not really, he knew he made the save again, but the puck tucked under his pad, so no harm, no foul. But again, another trying moment for this Cougar team. The Red Knights are really turning up the heat. Sorry.
Back behind the net it goes. Mortensen up off the glass. No assist on that goal.
He's not quite sure.
Okay, we're going to leave it as unassisted at this stage. We can always change it later.
We can always adjust.
Well, I mean, this takes the Charlie Brown teacher to the next level. I mean, not only is it the Charlie Brown teacher, but it's muted. In on goal, and that's a save made there by Lakeville South goaltender Cody Tyson. The sophomore has been busy here in this one. Now it's shot number 27. They're starting to mount.
Yeah, indeed they are. It was Foley that actually gained the zone, dropped it off to Mortensen, fouled up the play. So it was a nice save by Tyson, but held on to the rebound because it was Foley looking for that, looking for the loose change, as Pete Wagner would say.
The loose change. Pull that out of the couch. I remember when I was a kid, I used to dig for that to get, you know, if I got 50 cents, I was going straight Mountain Dew Guzzler.
Oh.
Remember the 32-ounce bottle?
I figure you'd go plain M&Ms.
No, I'd go with the Dew. I'd go with the Guzzler, 50 cents.
Depends how much you found on the couch.
And then you got like 5 or 10 cents for the return.
How about that?
You find 3 more on your way there, then you'd go with the Hershey's.
The gift that keeps on giving.
And I know you wanted the Pixie Sticks.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Straight sugar.
Right.
Intermediate.
And I wonder why I'm diabetic, right? The price we pay for our youth.
You know what's so funny, Bart, is you were like a closet sugar guy. I never knew you liked it that much.
Oh, my. If I could live off one food group, it would be the Chocolate Extreme Blizzard from Dairy Queen, but I can't have those anymore. Oh, they're going to count that as a goal. How about that? It's too wrapped up in the Blizzard.
That cannot be a highlight goal. There's no way. You're talking about the extreme. Oh, my word. How did that go in? There it is. That's the tail end. It's falling off the rails, folks. Sorry. We'll get serious.
Well, now the lead is 3 for Benil. 12 minutes, 8 seconds. Plenty of life left, or plenty of time left for this Cougars team, but they're averaging about 3.5 goals a game, and I think Kiwi Halmy's going to take a timeout.
Yeah,
I think that's a good idea. Just the wheels are wobbling a little bit. Yes, indeed. But no, it's just Lakeville South is a little bit challenged scoring goals. They're very good at defending, giving up about 1.75 goals against per game, and obviously we're at 6 right now. So Kiwi Halmy going to use this as a teaching moment, but just settle the guys down. But they have plenty of time left. They're 3 very effective, accurate shots away from tying this game up. Look at Matt trying to keep the water out of the boat, keeping it buoyant.
I'm just thinking about Bart Archer making the runs up to the DQ on 50th and Fred.
It wasn't the small one either. If I'm going to make the drive, I'm going to get all the value out of it. But enough about that. Jeez Louise. Yeah, me and Little Debbie were friends for a long time, Pete.
Did you go with the Swiss roll?
No. Well,
Swiss roll is the best product from them.
There's a lot
Trust
of.
me, as a connoisseur.
Boy, I once I quit sugar, I still think about it, but I don't miss it so much.
You know what? It's a game 11 of 12. I think we've run out of gas here. We're just trying to get through it. Sorry. It's 6-3 Red Knights.
Right when we start talking about Bart's eating habits, we know that we're off the rails quite a bit. I'm comfortable enough about it, but I don't think our viewers care.
Starting from the loose change.
Right. Then it evolved into the Diet Mountain Dew, or not diet, of course.
Tom Streeter here.
Taking care of us.
Gives us our lineup. Who's getting the nod and goal? He walked away, blew me off.
Might be a good opportunity to get Young Brown in goal, but Charlie Glockner's been such a staple back there for the Skippers.
11:55 to go in the third period. Aguilera, rink wide, Rabishko. Now it's going to be guided along for the Red Knights. Messenberg. He's just gotten better as the game's gone on. I mean, it's not that he started slow. I think they just were checking him, and after a while, oh, look out. That one nearly slithered its way through on Tyson. Red Knights erupt for 3 here in the first few minutes of this third period. If they could hang on to this 6-3 lead and pull off the win, I mean, you think about what they've done here at this Holiday Classic.
Well, absolutely. In fact, last night they won by a 6-3 score. One thing I was a little concerned about is they were still, igniting their defense, activating their defense, aggressive pinches and such when they didn't need a goal. We'll see if they continue to do that. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep playing the game.
The Cougars' defensive structure has been so sound. It hasn't allowed the Red Knights to really open up the game the way they like to, Bart. We saw them actually, I feel, get Wayzata a little bit out of their game last night.
Oh, they absolutely did.
And it's very rare that you see it. You don't see the Hornets do it to them very often. You don't see, the teams like Eden Prairie that like to get up and down the sheet either.
Well, when you get a team that can skate and has some speed, the more confidence they get, the tougher they're going to be to play against. And I think Wayzata just caught Benilde at a time when they had all cylinders firing. They were very tough to play against last night.
Of course, they opened up with the win against Holy Family Catholic, did Benilde St. Margaret's. They put together a nice run of games here.
And against different personality styles as far as teams, and they've had success so far in all areas.
You got to be able to do that if you want to win when it comes crunch time. When you get to the part of the schedule where you lose and you're done. You need to survive another day. It's pretty much the name of the game. Here comes Gay. Oh, he wanted the far side, missed it by a matter of inches. Now Sarsland with it, makes a move at the line, leaves it off for Gay. Again, another screen shot that's deflected off the foot of Calderon. And back up across center ice they go with Steinhagen to the left wing. This one again is going to be played back through. A win here for the Red Knights would be 5 in a row. Sarsland outlets to the left wing.
Oh, nice
Near
pass.
side for Warner. Warner again, carries with speed behind the net, hits his man Steinhagen on the way. Bischel, and Barr, nearly tucked that through. Ian Barr kind of got this all going with that great wraparound off the end boards that he picked up from the shot from Schweitzer. That's a high stick for Sarsland. We're going to face it off inside the Red Knight zone.
Yeah, they're going to come all the way back, but you're right. Ian Barr kind of ignited this Red Knight team. All of a sudden, a little bit more energy on the bench, and then they got another one, and it's been Red Knights all period, just under 9 minutes to go in regulation time, up by 3. Face-off, as you said, all the way down to the zone to Jack Olson's left. But a good time right now for Lakeville South to put in some offensive pressure.
Nice win there. That's how you get it started.
Yep.
That hits a man on its way in. That shot from Harvey keeps it alive. Turning and shooting wide of the mark was Aaron Holes, and over to cover that one up was Olson. But, if we can get this face-off win, there's the original shot there, which created all sorts of trouble. And then they came up with another scoring chance off the turnover.
Well, Lakeville South, it's a team that has some players that can score. They just don't score a lot. They rely on defense, but now they're trying to play catch-up, and it's a bit of a challenge for Kiwi Halmy and this Cougars team. They're certainly able to do it, but it should start right now. They have to get some pressure on and punch one in.
There's a wrist shot in on goal.
Well, and that was Malinsky scored earlier in the period, just got that shot on goal. They just need shots, Pete, even if they're from the point, but Olsen did a nice job of holding on to that one. Face-off again to his left.
Pushed hard around the boards, up to the line. Ludke's shot again and on goal, and that's going to be hung on to.
Well, one thing I do like is the challenge. It was Jakic that came out and met Ludke and really forced him to take that shot a little quicker than he wanted to. Didn't get quite the velocity on it. Tried to go glove side on Olsen, but Olsen very calm, cool, and collected, made that save. And now face off to the right. You know, good zone time, and they're getting shots, but they have to get in tight. They have to get around the hash marks and really put some pressure on. So far, it's a riddle that they haven't been able to solve yet.
Ludke plays that one back in. Sarsland, nice job to get away from the forecheck, and the net gets jostled as well.
Braemar North.
Going to the net hard.
Well, and the important thing is time is clicking off the clock. It's going awful quick for this Cougars team. Just 8:16 left. Faceoff is going to come outside the zone, so initiated by the Cougars. A bit of a break for the Red Knights on that as they change their defensive pairings.
Gay, that's off his stick. That's center. Back up ahead. Gay with it across the line. Ooh, that one nearly. It's going to be a Blake Wheeler-like result there, as that one is in on goal.
Well, one thing the Red Knights are doing a little bit tonight, they did it more last night, but she's using the whole sheet. You know, they've made a lot of cross-ice passes, tape to tape, and that spreads the defense out and creates a little bit of space. But Cougars have done a nice job of really limiting those opportunities. They're being far more effective than that Wayzata team was last night. Wayzata is a good squad. That's not a slight on them. It's just more of a compliment to the way that the Cougars play their positioning.
Wanted to load that one up. There's a feed, shot, and a save. And quickly in on goal on Tyson. He turned that one aside. It's going to be Warner across the line. Wanted to make a move there. Bischel supports high and wide. Just a bit outside. Yeah. Sent down by Foley.
Only by a lot.
Barr goes down. Near side for Harvey. Played away there by Warner. Back into the neutral zone it goes. Elaski carries this across the line and sends it in deep. Follows it up. Foley was there. Schweitzer plays it up along the wall. Bischel leaves it off for Foley. Oh, Bischel had the redirect. Back in behind. Poke to the boards. Cougars to the near boards. Nice little feed there. Marshall, the Schweitzer, tried to force that one through the Schweitzer, but instead it's going to be a quick shot by Sarsland that misses the mark. And back behind the net, Calderon. That one off the glass. The big carom to the right wing side, back up through the bench area and up and out of play. 6:38 to go in period number 3. Red Knights hold a very comfortable 6-3 lead here at their finale for these two teams for their 3 games at the Tradition in the Park.
Well, the thing that I like, Pete, is they haven't changed their method of operation. They're still doing what they were doing in the second period early in this third period that was making them successful. So they are keeping some offensive zone time, and the longer they can stay in this zone, that clock's going to tick down and make it more difficult for this Cougar team to come back.
Gathered in by Sarsland as he plays to the near boards. Bassan leaves back for Sarsland. Big carom. Check that. That was Marshall with the shot with the big carom. Sarsland now for Callahan. Marshall deflects that one back into Cougar territory as it'll be Malinsky back in behind his own net. He gets away from one player and then finds an open side as it's going to be Lakeville that comes away with it. Finds the opening and plays that one in. Callahan, under 6 minutes now at 5:55 to go here in the third. Marshall across the line. Ooh, looks like Messenberg was off, but they said nope. High in the air, does it make it? No, it doesn't. What happens is if it goes through the girder and comes down the other side, we keep playing, right?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't touch anything, I think they will continue to play. But That would be unlikely with all the metal that's up there and all the banners that are hanging.
Ooh, wrist shot, hard one in on goal. Nice stop there by Tyson. Shot number 30 for the Red Knights. Protected by Rubishko. Play to the right wing side to center by Ulrich. In front of the bench area it goes as they'll fight for it along the rail. That's steered aside by Olsen. Boy, the sounds of the game are something, aren't they?
Yeah. Here we go.
Gay with it across the line, loads it up, right in on goals. That's stopped again by Tyson.
Well, and he had Judd Johnson on the left side, opted to take that shot. Gay's had a couple good opportunities or a couple good looks from that right side.
You'll see what you're talking about right there, Bart. But they had kind of a straight line there. It was going to be tough too.
No, he made the right decision on that one. A good shot on goal, followed it up. Nice job by Tyson to hold on to that. Just 5:04 left. Time is running out on the Cougars.
Back across center ice with Harvey. They'll try to fight this one through traffic. That one wide of the mark. The big Pyram up into the neutral zone. Again, in on goal. That one turned aside by Olsen. Aaron Holes is there along with Gay. Now it's Portner back behind the net. Harvey for Aaron Holes, taken away now by Johnson from the zone to Mortensen. No way, Jose, they say as they poke check that away. Nice job defensively there. That one turned in by Reese Calderon, and a penalty coming up.
Well, Callahan just got a little aggressive trying to join the offensive push, but it was Lakeville South that stood him up and turned the play back, and it was Callahan who tried to play a little catch-up on that. Just got a little aggressive with the stick, but 4:25, if the Cougars are going to make any noise here, this is the time that they're going to have to do it. Offensive zone face-off, they got their big boppers out there, and it's going to be 2 minutes in the box for Johnson. But down by 3 on the power play, just 4:25 remaining in regulation time.
This is definitely where you want to make your mark right now if you're the Lakeville South Cougars.
Well, it'd be a big kill if the Red Knights could kill this one off.
Off the stick to center ice it goes. Look out. They'll play it to the near wing for Ludke. Off the stick of Malinsky in front of the bench area and sent all the way back in behind. Bassan.
Oh. Well, a little aggressive by Bassan. He's just trying to make a play, but it was Harvey that was trying to get out of the zone, but a big major league slash on that one. Now it's going to be 2 men in the box for the Red Knights for a good period of time. 1:36 left in the penalty to Johnson, and now it's Bassan that goes to the box. A lot of space out there for Lakeville. If they can score early, it might change the complexion of this game, so a bit of a trying moment for this Red Knight team. Interesting to see how they respond, Pete.
Well, and that's one of those situations, when you talk about the penalties with Ken Pauley, you're one guy in the offensive zone, you're not trying to score.
Right.
And when you end up whacking the stick out of a guy's hand like that, and you're down 1 in the offensive zone, I'm sure we'll have a chat there. There's a long shot, scores! That's one. The door has been opened. That's a beautiful goal there from the long range.
Yeah, that's Nico Aguilera that took that shot, just walked out to the middle of the ice and let a clapper go. I'm not sure Olsen really saw that glove side about 1.5 feet off the ice. And we're going to get an assist to Lasky and Novak on that one, but big goal for Aguilera. At least gives them a chance now. They still have 1:44 left on the penalty to Bassan, so they have plenty of time. Getting interesting here, P. Wagner.
That's when closing teams is tough.
It's a learning experience.
When you open the door, that's what happens.
Yeah, everybody on the Lakeville bench is up and showing some energy now, so they've got some good feelings going on.
Well, you heard the let's go. I mean, there's plenty of time for them to work here.
Absolutely.
Olsen plays this one away. Things are going to get dicey here. I can feel it. Right wing side it goes. Near side now, Ludke's shot nearly found the back of the net as it fluttered up. Harvey sends one through the air to the right point. They try to get it back to Blue. They lost one man. Now Ludke walks and shoots. That deflects right off the stick of Foley. Oh, what a great look there by the Cougars.
Yeah, it was. They tend to lose their positioning a little bit. It was Messenberg that tried to challenge the point, lost an edge, and there was a lot of space out there. So I think the Red Knights are pretty fortunate that it kind of went down that way. So I think a timeout going to be called by Coach Ken Pauly just to reset, regroup. 3:02 left, plenty of time left. 1:01 left on the penalty to Bassan. So really appropriate time to take a timeout, settle the kids down, and get them back to doing what they were having such success with. But they started to chase the play a little bit, being a man down.
Well, you're going to see on the Red Knight side as Matt Harrington will zoom in on that for us. You'll see that the man that handles the PK there, John Russo, will be talking things over. He's definitely the special teams guy. And then on the other side, Matt will zoom out and then pan over to the right and then get us a shot of the thanks, buddy.
He follows
Lakeville
direction
South
very
Cougars.
well.
He's an announcer who's, I mean,
he's a utility player that has skills. He's not like a Denny Hocking. He's good at a lot of things, but we're
he's
calling
great
on
at this too. He's just running out of gas. I mean, this guy's been absolutely updating the website on the mnhockey.tv. He's been tireless. He's been a machine. Very proud of his work.
Very much appreciated as well. It's good to have him here.
6-4 the score. The Red Knights lead. They have 1:01 of power play time due the Lakeville South Cougars. Definitely want to dent one here. Get the 6th attacker and go to work. I mean, they got a shot to force overtime.
Well, and they have all their big boppers out there. They have Harvey, Portner, so they have plenty of guns that can fire. But I think it's a situation where goaltender Jack Olson for the Red Knights can really make an impression on his coach tonight if he can make a couple big saves, and I think he's going to get called upon.
Harvey and Massenberg. It's a good duo there. Lutke gets it. He's dangerous up high. Plays this one off to the left side. Lutke gets it back away from Messenberg. Block. Nice job there by Yakish to the line. Back down to the corner. Poked away. Back up high they go. Lutke again. Malinsky. These two defensemen. Ooh, play to the high stick there. Freebie for the Red Knights. Yakish is going to hang on to it. Now it's knocked off. So now he'll just play that one in with 30 to go.
Smart play by the freshman.
Very heady. Got a diamond through the neutral zone for the Red Knights. Messenberg close. Ooh, he could have gotten called for a trip there. Got away with that one.
Even Messenberg was looking around at the referee.
Oh,
still.
yeah. He's, you know what? He better go to church tomorrow for that one.
You repent, young man.
Thank the Lord. Now it's going to be Lutke back up the ice. Oh, maimed at center,
Really?
and hands got up. Absolutely, the hands got up there. Let's take a look at that one on replay.
You know, if the hands didn't get up, that might have been a good play, but it looks like it's going to be 21. Malinsky's going to the box for Lakeville. I think he got a little confused on that one. No, that's going to be.
It's 2-4 for head contact.
So that's going to be Will Thompson. That's
All
going to
day
go.
long, buddy.
Yep. Well, I like the fact he stepped up, but you just can't get overzealous on that one. But it looks like it is going to be Malinsky that's going to go to the box as well, so that could be coincidental penalty. So it's still going to be just for another second. Bassan's going to stay in the box, and we'll soon be back to 5-on-5. Uh, 21. Pete, after 5 years, I was able to help you.
So it's Thompson that gets the elbowing.
Goaltender pulled for Lakeville. 1:20 to go.
Now the Panthers will control with Harvey back in behind the net. Gay is on him. So it's a 6-4 lead and a 6-on-4. Nearly turned over in front. That one poked away. Yakish. Try and chip that one. Nice play just to get it to the corner. Warner ducks down back in behind. This is what you want to do if you're the Red Knights. You've already got the 2-goal cushion.
Yep. Don't need to score.
Don't let them get out of the zone if you can. They've got numbers, though, and they do, with Novak playing it to the right wing side through one man. That's Aguilera. He'll be stopped by Sarsland. Back up to the neutral zone as it's controlled by Alaski. Pulaski across the line. He'll give off for Harvey. Nice shot and a big save there. Turned aside. That by Olsen. Look out, up in the stands. And out of play with 24.7 seconds to go.
Wow, that was a really nice sequence by the Red Knights to hold Cougars down in their zone, really burning up some time, and then the Cougars came up with some speed, put a pretty good shot on Olsen, but a nice save and deflection into the corner. So they're finishing the game the way that I think Coach Pauly wants to, but their positioning is far better than it was when they were a man down. So they're minding their defensive responsibilities. So that's got to be a good sign for Coach Ken Pauly trying to close this one out.
Shallow angle there as Olsen watched that one trickle aside. Shot there on the bid from Portner, didn't get through. Again off the shallow angle there. Olsen's seen a few shots here at the end, and that's going to do it. As the Lakeville South Cougars and Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights play to a dandy here, 6-4 for the Red Knights. They complete the sweep. What a weekend they've had. Win over Holy Family Catholic, then a win last night over Wayzata. A couple of 6-goal games back-to-back. They had 4 against Holy Family Catholic, so 16 goals in 4 games. It's got to make you happy if you're a coaching staff, no question.
Absolutely. A growth spurt for the young Red Knights in this tournament, but they really, I think, prove something to themselves that not only can they run with the big dogs, but they can actually be a nice front runner. Once they had a couple-goal lead, they did things the right way. They didn't get too aggressive. I thought they got a little aggressive last night when they had a 3-goal lead against Wayzata. I think they lost a little bit of their discipline and structure, but tonight they looked like they held serve quite firmly, but when they started to kind of get off track, they called the timeout and regrouped and did a really nice job of finishing this game out. So the Red Knights have to feel great about how they played. And I'm going to give a compliment to this Lakeville South team. They never stopped. They didn't deviate as far as effort, knowing that, winning this game was unlikely. They still pushed the puck and played the game the way that they're supposed to play. So good things to come from this Cougar team.
On the at the end of the in the middle of the month, the 15th, we're going to do Lakeville North, Lakeville South. Can't wait to call that game.
No emotion in that game, right?
That's going to do it here from the Rec Center in St. Louis Park. 11 of 12 are in the books. We got one more. Minnetonka, Cloquet, Esco, Carleton coming up next for you. Right here on the MNHockey.tv. For our entire crew, Matt Harrington, Bart Archer, Pete Wagner. So long, everybody.